catch. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Going right to work up top. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Snagged out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Might be changing the route. Looking for space. It's Sanders. There he goes! A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Here's the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
The Vols are on the move. The give on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Direct snap. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. Offense calls a time. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Volunteers will try to pick it up on 4th down. A designed run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. This one's complete.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man all by himself. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. To the air, it's Aguilar. Snagged in the middle, it's Lewis. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go.
Touchdown ball! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback may change this route. He rifles one deep to the left. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Bringing the heat. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it along the sideline. Turning it on. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass.
Trying to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation, to be best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Using his legs to buy some time. He makes a grab. He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up for the first and goal.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in this.
He's going for the goal line. Just hammering with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by a field goal over NC State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Finds a tight end down the gut. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the ball's moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Volunteers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. That's not what happened there.
Because this isn't a perfect world. Because we're going to put a defender on you, mess up that timing where it's not easy breezy, just like you're throwing on air. It's a nice job by the defense disrupting the timing.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Vols line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, he gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Heward. This time on target. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Flips it out on the screen. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Off play action. Unloads it left. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these 4th down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Heward. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Just keep slinging it. Here comes the heat. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete 4th down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Fires left. Wide open downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go to the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. He'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Snap it to the back. He's in open space downfield. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. Discards it with the stiff arm. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.